Let's start.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Saheed Adewumi. I'm going to take you through building agentic AI system, and let's get started. For those people in the last section, we talked about building multi-agent system, and I don't know, maybe some of us are still in the same. You still join the same this meeting, and we talked about how we can able to set up our environment, how we can create multiple agents, and how multiple agents can able to communicate with each other. Okay, here we have an research agent, and we have George, and we have this testing in isolation. We have this diagram whereby different agents were able to communicate seamlessly using agent to agent protocol, and we're able to, I think last time we talked about, almost we get to this stage of deploying our agents, but today we are going to focus on how we can able to build our own customized, as I promised last section, how we are going to build our customized agent and how they are going to can able to communicate. So we have a preset for this for basic Python. So we expect to have a Python knowledge. And for those people that are not familiar with Python language, we have programming language like Go, have JavaScript, we have TypeScript. TypeScript. So uh, this section, for those people that don't have idea of coding, that just want to join as a beginner, so I will advise if you can able to use Antigravity. So what Antigravity do is it help you to do the coding. You just give it the basic instruction, and it will able to generate it. So let us build a simple customer support multi-agent support with multi-agents. So this I'm using anti-gravity. I started, I'm not going to follow the lab because last section we follow the lab. Because the title of our section is founder, so meaning you just assume you are the founder of your company and you want to build an AI agent managing managing your business or business logic. And by the way, you can be dropping your question on the chat as you are following up, so that this will be able to help. For those people that missed this section last time, sorry, let me share with you so that you can go through it at your own. Okay, thank you. You have already shared it very much. So I will open my anti-gravity. So for those people that got to know gravity for the first time, gravity.google. So you can download this and So anti-gravity is an using AI, communicate with AI for your development, marriage, and I've already installed it already. And let me create, open. So I'm open my anti-gravity. I'm going to test it locally, and I can able to deploy it. So so I'm choosing AK agent. So for those people, for our last section for development, we use this development. So going back here, you can able to set up on your environment. For those people that are familiar with Structure, you can do the same. You can do the same thing by sorry, where is it? Okay, let me close this section. So for those people that want to build a simple ADK tool, you can just use this. It will really help for those people that have missed. So checking this, we have our agent. So what type of agents we are going to build? We want to build a simple customer support for our as a founder, and you want to use this agent to communicate, to check our database and check most of the services for us, or let's say booking. So right now I'm creating an agent. So to do that, let me create a folder. Let me create a folder so that will be okay. So I call it my find my folder ADK. So this is a new project, right? And so now I'm using Antigravity. So Antigravity, for those people that are just using Antigravity for the first time, you are expected to you can input your prompt here, and it's unable to create a project folder for you. So I am setting up multi agents ADK. So as a founder or as a developer who are just starting your project, if you are using the agent first time, you are not just expected to just write your code to the agent and start generating code. You have to plan. So that I'm starting with that. I have to plan. So giving a clear prompt for my application. So I'm building multi agents for booking payments and customer support agents using ADK and Python. So the Python is going to be the environment, the programming environment we are using. We are using Python, our programming language environment. And so let me define the agents I need. I need sub agents. First agent I need for customer support. Sub agent I need customer support. Customer support. And I need a booking appointment for the business appointments, and okay, create time location. So these are the agents. So as we know, multi-agent means they have to stand on their own and they can be able to communicate. So here we have, let's get started. So let's see what's happened. Let me zoom in. Yes. So this is my prompt. And for those people that are joining, you can do the same. You can copy this and let's see the same results. And I'm using Gemini 3 Flash. Use your own to select any model that is going to be good. So right now I've reached the limit. Cut actually. I don't know why. So to just switch to my Flash. So I'm using Flash. And okay, it can start generating me. So now it's give me the step by step to create my project for me. And as a founder, you just have to do this to make sure if you are satisfied with the prompting and with the results you are getting. So if you're not okay, maybe you have another idea from different projects, you can come to this review and modify your code. And so yeah, I have these are the things. Okay, I want to use Vertex. So to use an ADK, for those people that joined last time, when you have the two skills, you can use ADK to build your ADK agent. You said that you use Gemini API key or you use text AI. But Gemini API key is for if you are building a just simple application, simple AI agents, or you are the agents, it's not doing a complex work. But if you are building a enterprise project, you are advised to use a Vertex AI. So yeah, we use Vertex AI, although it's a simple project, but I will use Vertex AI. So and I want to select the model I want to use, Gemini 12 Pro. So let's see. So for now, let's say DK Gray. So it's checking it out. So let's check again. Uh, so here it has already acknowledged the version 2.0. I say 2.5. Okay, corrected from okay. So it says 2.0 Pro. So let's get started. So to get started, I will just click proceed. Proceed means it's generating code. So it takes some time when generating. Waiting for generation of our code. So it's done package, setting up my environment first. So I start generating. So that's the benefit of using Antigravity for the founder. So you don't have to have a key skill about agent development. So let us go back here. Um, so whenever you are developing your agent, there are some things you have to. So I can't say disclaimer, but uh, there are some things Google is doing back to make sure the platform is more efficient. You can see this was updated yesterday. Today is 14th, so this was updated yesterday, 13th, and you may try to use the platform, or maybe you have old code about this agent development kit and you get an error. Try to get this prompt to get to your documentation. So this documentation, kindly go through the documentation. So we have how we can set it up with Python, with TypeScript, with Golang, and programming language. And there are other things too. We have agents architecture, so let's explore. So we have different way you can have agents based on the project. So if you remember when I started the project, I tried to explain my use case for the agent and in a proper outline, and I was okay with that. I click proceed. So for an enterprise project, you are expected to look to the project before you ask proceed. So we have different ways you can use your agents. Is either LLM, which we are using currently, use a model like Gemini 2.0. You can use GPT. You can use any other platforms, any other model to work with ADK. That's nice thing about the ADK. And also we have workflow agent, other agents working already. You want to connect with your platform. We have customize your own. You have your own logic. For instance, it's really compulsory to connect with your LLM. You can connect with your database with the help of TP server and able to communicate with your LLM, or use the customized and work agent to able to communicate. So these are the things we need to know. And also we have the different programming language. We have the TypeScript, Golang, Java, which if the one you are comfortable with, you can able to choose that. So we have the other things you have to consider. You have to consider the capacity of the agent. So for this scenario, I have one agent, one task. So you are not expected to assign multiple agents to a particular multiple tasks to a particular agent. So one agent, one task. So it will be more simple with. So right now I'm installing my environment, setting up my environment. Let's see how many people are following or doing it currently. just able to say hi so that to know maybe you are getting experience or you have some question. Okay, so we are still waiting. So when we are still waiting for our, because we are using Vertex AI, we need some access to our cloud. Okay, okay, try as much as possible to download the Antigravity. It's very nice tools. So here we have um so because we are using Vertex AI, we need some key things from the Google Cloud. So let's see, we have our project. We need our project ID. We need our project ID. So we have to give it to the Antigravity because this is what is going to be used to interact with our application. And also, for those people that just joined for the first time, you are expected to enable some APIs. So these are the APIs that will make sure that you have access to your Vertex AI. And you can see, checking this setup, we have enable APIs. So this enable you to have access to your cloud AI infrastructure. So I have to copy this for your first time users. When we're still waiting for our gravity to done with our code, you can see this. We have activate class shell. So class shell is another means you communicate with your cloud infrastructure seamlessly. So I'm authorizing. So because you may find out maybe after you set up your project, and you are trying to run, it may not work because you don't activate your environment. So let me activate my APIs. So we have over like 4 Google API Anticraft. So you can say it says successfully, finished successfully. Meaning right now uh expect my Vertex AI to be working perfectly. And let's see. So let me give instruction, use it for .mv. So it will use this for my environment to access to the cloud. So this is going to be backing up my cloud infrastructure. And here we see it here, we have agents here already declare, and we have different agents already still generating the code by the way. So there are other things too. So when we are still waiting for the code to generate, so one nice thing about Antigravity is that anytime you run into an error, it can able to check, verify, and implement it for you. Okay. Um, so this is the proper documentation. This is the proper documentation for those people that want to do it on their own. In which case do you think that the skill of MCP may be useful when I work with Antigravity? Okay. So by end of this section, I'll explain the scenario where we need the MCP server, and we'll explain that Mr. Pablo. I will explain that by the end of this section. So stay tuned. I don't want to be saying different terms and get people confused actually. So I think okay. So you can come to the documentation and do create multi tools agents. So this is what I've said earlier. We have AI Studio for those people that are using API key. You can use AI Studio .google.com. So this is for the give you access for the infrastructure. And for the Vertex AI, you can just copy your project ID and Google. These are the key things. I'm sure Google has already created that for me. And I can just remove these two. So it already create it for me automatically. So it will look something like this. So for the Windows users, you can switch so that you get familiar. But because I'm using MacBook, I will have different support. And set up your model, run the agent, wait for the Antigravity to done with our code. So you can say for those people that attend the last section, this environment look nice. It's some of like something we want. And yeah, customers, same thing. Local, same thing. Location, same thing. So let's say how it's going to be done. And we can modify our prompt. So this really matters. So that's why it's very important to have a good prompting. Instructing us what is really the agents. So let us give it time. So when we are waiting for the feedback, when we are back on the generation of code, so let me explanation. Let me give my explanation about the MC server. So you build assume you build your AI agent, and after you build your AI agent, you are able to communicate with the model, you are able with API, but you want to be doing personal action, like you want to have access to your database. So to have access to your database, automatically you have to database. If you are trying to get a look, let's say with Google Map, you have to connect to Google Map. So these services, you need some key services from this third party, which is database. If you want to call my SQL, you need some application. You can't just do it directly. Although you can be able to access it directly, but it's not going to be efficient because ADK not only manage ADK framework not only manage the agent, it manage memory, it manage the space on your infrastructure. So now that is where we come up with MCP server. So what MCP server helps you to do is that it helps you to communicate with the third party applications seamlessly. So let me give you a server, MCP server. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is it down? Oh, what's that? Why is it down? I'll click on this. That is strange. I'm trying to, oops. I'm trying to access the my. Okay, so this is an open source. So most of the infrastructure, most of the platform have started implement MCP server. So MCP server is the means you can able to communicate with third party seamlessly with your agent. So let's say for instance you want to build a code generation agent and you need Figma to get a screenshot to get some application. You can just connect with your Figma. The Figma can able to easily to get a screenshot of your application. So you can see here in this scenario, MCP server, Figma API. So you expect to get the Figma API by logging into your Figma and get the API. So you can select the project, you can select the screen, you can select the file. So these are the benefits of using the MCP server. So instead of you to be roughly, it's more of like an API endpoint for agents to communicate. So if you want to be able to get file by key, get specific nodes, images. So these are the things we use MCP for. So if you have your organization, you can build your own MCP server to be able to communicate to an agent easily. So that is the purpose of using MCP server in this scenario. I don't know, maybe you get it clear, Mr. Pablo. Just let me know if you get it or if you have further question. So the MCP, and here we have a button here says MCP server. Integrate MCP server to your Antigravity. Have some issue. I think it has some issue locally. But let's check about. Okay, so here you are expected to get access to your infrastructure and you can be able to deploy. So literally it makes it easier for developers to be able to communicate with their infrastructure and agents. So let's go back to our environment. Okay, still generating the code. Um, so to deploy, please provide step by step to create AI agents in Antigravity tools. Okay. Provide step by steps. So if you are looking for step by step, I think we have done it. Maybe you missed that. Let me do something.
I shared it last week recorded session, and
Yeah.
this will be recorded, so it will be easy to repeat one more time. But maybe you can just concentrate on next steps. That every time when, for example, at a tutorial you see use Cloud Shell. We not use Cloud Shell. We use Antigravity.
Yes.
So you can show this one more time at Code Lab. Which step you use at Antigravity, not at Cloud Shell, because really it's true, it can be first time not understandable. You did this many times, it's but for those who try to do this one first time, it can be little. I remember myself first time it was not understandable. Really, how instead of Cloud Shell, why, how it possible, how it will be connected? So maybe you can one more
Oh,
time explain.
okay. So we have this section I think I share it. You can get, if you follow this, this is a simple AI agent you can build, and it has the basic AI. It has tools. You can able to find this. Just if you follow this, it's very straightforward. But we have done this at early first time we are doing the AI agent. Um, yeah.
I shared link. We had hackathon and we did this session at hackathon. So I shared link or recorded video. It's just 20 minutes video. So you can follow and I hope you will understand.
Okay. Yeah. So it's still creating. Okay, I think it's done. We are done. Let's run it. So right, give me the successfully set up your infrastructure as multi-agent. So these are the agents I'm having. So let me run to run it. I have to activate my environment. So I've activated my environment. I think my ADK was going for running it manually. So don't let me stop it. Let me use ADK web or ADK so that it will be very conventional. The skill and MCP are specific about ADK. I don't understand. I don't really understand you. Is it a question or you're trying to verify, Mr. Pablo?
And also, I should remind that we have just 19 minutes till the end of this session. Because after this session, I will run immediately to other event. Today we have in-person event at Alien. I had an opportunity to stay more. So just 18 minutes till the end.
So let's see. So let me select the agent. Oh. It's on.
Oh, and by the way,
So
I remember.
another thing,
Okay.
go on.
Do you remember this amazing also tutorial, something forest of prompts? We can share also here good explanation step by step create uh, how to create agents, and you can also use not cloud shell, anti-gravity. With anti-gravity much
Yes.
quickly. So of course you can use cloud shell, but with anti-gravity much quickly. It with anti-gravity took few minutes, from 1 to 5 minutes.
Exactly.
PowerShell much long process. In anti-gravity,
And because of
yes.
go on. And because of this section is for funders, so I don't really, it's not a serious coder stuff. Had it been a developer, I would have loved to show you step by step debugging and take a lot of time to show you how it's been done. But because you are a developer, you're a founder, you could just want to build a simple AI agent, you can try to check this out. So you can get for this lab for people that want to learn more about the MCP, you can get started with Google MCP servers, just updated a few days ago, and you can learn how to deploy it on your cloud. So just check this clouddeveloper.google out, and you'll be able to see a lot of resources that will be useful. So this MCP server, or just a Google MCP server, it's useful for uh, Google infrastructure you want to connect with, and you can able to do your MCP, able to communicate, and it will work. So let me run it again. Mm, okay. Why is not creating the MCP for me? Hmm. So I was already set up the ADK actually. That is strange. Okay, copy this again. I think it's not following general convention. Okay, it has worked now. So I think agent now is not, I think it's me convention that caused this issue. There are some folder files name that already identified. So let's test it. I So I can see now it works. It's transformed into an agent and it's able to respond. So in this scenario, let's start booking. I need to talk to customer support. So the customer support, okay, so here we have it. So the difference between this and the customer support is that, and if you are using both can give you some restriction, whereby if you are talking about tracking of order or doing some business logic, it may give you some restriction or have to transfer it to a real customer service. But with ADK agent, you can build it using the help of MCP, connect with your database, and you can able to fetch the real-time information and give you feedback. So let us try something. I want to book appointment this week. So it's transferred to another agent. So from customer support, it's transferred to, so certainly to book your appointment, I need the Kuyu. So this is multi-agent communicate together. Just user think is communicate to someone. And let's say I want to book appointment about my delivery service on Monday at 10 a.m. through Google Meet. So the only way we need MCP full date for that. So full date any Monday. Let's see, Monday can be what Monday looks like.
I just have this question: how can I schedule task to my agent? Because really, it's useful. For example, each morning we need to remind someone or send email to our colleagues and how to schedule this task to agent. That agent can for Monday 10 p.m. Or 10 a.m. task.
So to do that, there is a way to do that. So we need MCP. So all we have to do is online for MCP for calendar. Let me see. I know there is calendar. Oh, sorry. So these are the calendar we have initially that can Google, for instance. Or so we can easily get, if you follow this process, you can easily communicate after you set this up with your so this with cloud desktop. We are not using cloud desktop, we are using Google. You can easily use this SEE. So this is the MCP server. You can easily configure it, and from this agent ADK we can prompt it and it will do it automatically on our calendar. Do you understand now?
Yes, of course. I just decided this question will be interesting to our attendees.
Yes, actually, that is the purpose of MCP. So MCP can let you to communicate with any in the future. Whenever we're having a section, we have a section about MCP communicating with. So you can easily, like I was working on a project whereby I don't want to create a folder. I don't want to have to create a particular folder structure or architecture every time. I want to maintain my architecture code. I want to do unit testing for my application. I don't have to write it manually or have to give prompts every time. I can just device that can be doing that for me using my MCP, able to create file and all. So those are the benefits of this. And okay, let me complete the system. So mind you, you can still use these services. You can still use this for your. You can still use these services for your application. So it has confirmed my booking. So the Google Meet. So this, if I've already connect with my MCP of Google Calendar, it can easily do that for me, and I have my application working. So let me see the other things I use the agent for. Sub agents. Okay, location. So let me check out how many so I want to use my location. So you can use Google Map API to check, so for your business agents can able to track how many restaurants in Germany local. So it will transfer to the agents, let's see. So it transfer me to another agent to do the location for me. So if you are, before you get started, you are expected my agents. So you can see there's some glitch, more of like a glitch. It's transferring to different agents or create it to make it better. So this is a looping. If you remember the last section we had, we have it whereby we give it the iteration limits. So you transfer back to me. How can I? So now you have some. That is why we need, as a founder, we have to understand better how ADK works. So here there's a looping going on. You can see there's a different color. Transfer to another agent. Transfer to another agent. Transfer to another agent, and transfer to the main system. So this is looping. So if you want to restrict that, there's a way you can configure build multi-agent system. And we have the state, how the states, how they are being communicated, evaluate, so this is the communication. So we have different states, how the agents are being communicated. And we have this. So the customer support for this, the customer support was able to get the new information. It was unable to get it. It sent me to location assistance, and the application assistant was able to get me to return the result now. So as a developer, you can able to fix it out here. And let's see this, for instance. So the booking assistance agent that is helping. We have multi-agent already. So to go further, you can have additional maybe MCP server or another agent that's unable to communicate to this server again. So I don't know, maybe there's any question. We're almost done. If you have any question, let's see. So before that, let me just push it to the GitHub for those people that are interested to clone and check code. Also, I will be removing my sensitive information.
Okay, of course. And of course, this year it's hot topic, ADK system agents. So of course, we will try to have more events to dive deeper with MCP. I understand it's very important and not easy to understand from first time. So yes, we will try. We will try to have more events. Built with AI event series will be till the end of May. So till the end of May. Feel free to check. We will introduce more such events because yes, it's true. We will try to do something practical, manual, yes, to understand how agents, how fine tune. First of all, build and after fine tune your agents, how make that they collaborate together to each other without errors, much correctly. How to give them task. So yes, we
Yeah. So this
this.
this scenario, we have the scenario here. I have to instruct my my Antigravity. Just copy the git remote branch and push copy to my Antigravity to push for me automatically, and it protects my file. You can see it protects my file not to be shared online. So let me refresh. So you can see it's
And how
automatically.
in this, when they copy your GitHub, what they need to update only in .env file, yes? At here,
Okay, let me instruct.
yes, please
Kindly
instruct.
add ready for for steps to step. So run it on local PC, including that's heavy. That goes.
Because it's true, it's important when you clone this project and try to run, you need to understand what you need to add that it start to work. And here, not a lot.
So let me refresh. So it says I have the step by step for documentation. Um, this can help, and we have MV file, so you can modify this and just change it so that's MV and it will work. And for people that's like, okay, if you have any idea or you want another agent, you can define it for location assistance and change it to flight attendants, right? And your description, the model is very important because it's already predefined, and the instruction. So these key two things are so important, and also this are so important because this is the ID we use to identify our agent whenever we are able to communicate or able to have some certain action with it. So this is very important, and we have the agents, which is the root agent. So the root agents are some sub agents working together. Let me close it. So let me close this. So we have some agents communicating together and the model they are using, and I have the description here already. So this is the entry, is the one coordinating the whole agent, and these three sub agents are working together to make sure the root agent is working fine. And another thing you can do, you can decide to make it an API. Maybe you want API to be want your as a API, you can do that and deploy it on Cloud Run. And to do that, you can Gravity can help you with that to be able to deploy on Cloud Run. So I think okay, let me share this. Let me share this.
And also, these links will be placed under the recorded video in description section. I always place here all necessary resources, code labs, GitHub, or presentations, everything.
All right, I think we are ending already time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Okay.